Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Dragonheir video. I'd like to thank Dragonheir for sponsoring this video. And damn, we are well in the midst of the D&D collab here today. I'm actually going to showcase a really cool, fairly low level team for you guys to get involved with so that you can also take on this boss Sammaster here and get some good damage done on a daily basis. Now look, if you want to download and get involved with Dragonheir Silent Gods, you can do so now. There will be a link in the pinned comment down below. You can also use your QR code to download the game. You can play it on basically any device. It's available through iOS, through Android stores. You can also play it on your PC through Steam or Epic Games and on your Mac. And you can play cross-platform as well. So I play on my PC. I also play it on my iPad. The same account across the different devices. This is the second D&D collab that Dragonheir have done. I've got to say, I absolutely love it. So I've already picked up Elminster here, who is the legendary that's available through this collab. And now I'm working on trying to get his exclusive artifact as well. And you basically do it, I guess I'll just come out of here for a second. You do it by earning these chess pieces. So the Sage's chess pieces, there's a number of trials which you do for free. And they're kind of fun, like different challenges to do for different content. You get the chess pieces here as well as books, i.e. the scrolls, and as well as the worm arrow, which you can actually turn into summons if you want to. So there's a bunch of free stuff you can do. And then there's also the ability to get them through summons as well. So if you do summons, and you get chess pieces as well. So far, I've already picked him up. I still need to get myself another, what do I need? Like another 130 odd to get the artifact, which is really, really cool for him. So I definitely want to do it. But I do have a bunch of time still to get that done. What we got? Another like 6.5 days. So if all else fails and I need to do some extra summons, which I probably will, maybe a few, then I'll do it towards the end. But for now, I'm just trying to get as many of the chess pieces as I can on a daily basis. So Sammaster is one way to do it. So on a daily basis, you go back in, try and nail him with a load of damage, and you get yourself some chess pieces. I think 8 million damage is like the maximum reward, you know? So if you get over 8 million damage, then you'll be able to get yourself the maximum chess pieces per day. So let's go through the boss quickly, but then I want to just talk about how cool they've made this event, honestly. How cool they've made it, and some of the reasons why I really like it. So a couple of things. Passive here. Sammaster takes additional damage when Elminster's deployed. I do have him. This team I'm going to show today will not be with Elminster because I just think most people that are watching the video probably don't have him yet. They're working on their chess pieces to pick him up. So we're going to try a run without him in the team. It says here, for each debuff on Sammaster and his summoned dudes, they take an additional 10% damage. So the more we can stack debuffs on him, the more damage he's going to take. He's immune to crowd control. Each cast, this is for him, each cast of Dracolit Frenzy give him a damage boost. So I guess the longer the fight goes on, the more damage we're going to take. He summons these skeletons onto the board and doing necrotic damage. He deals necrotic damage to the furthest enemy away and stuns them. So you need to bear that in mind in terms of who you put on the battlefield and where you put them. And then he deals necrotic damage to all enemies and detonates the skeletons. Kind of want to deal with the skeletons early because those detonations can be pretty ruthless and yeah, pretty nasty. So that's him. Now, I want to go into this team here. The cool thing about this fight is everyone that you've got on your account is instantly leveled to level 100, and they're instantly given gear, right? So all you need is the champions on your account to try tons of different teams. It's very cool, actually. So we're trying a poison-based team here. So, I mean, basically what I've got is one epic who's someone I pulled on my last summoning session. There's a bunch of comments below. It's like, you just picked Furbath up and you didn't even like shout and scream about it. I didn't realize how cool he is as a tank. He's awesome as a tank. So as I say, they're pre-built. You do benefit if you've like put scrolls into those heroes. So I don't have scrolls on him yet, and he definitely would benefit from the scrolls. But their gear's on, they're level 100, but I just don't have scrolls for them all. You do benefit as well from your Psyche core, and mine is not that well advanced. But it's not bad, but it's better for like my burn squad, honestly. So he's got an aura here. Gives me defense in all battles. Let's just go into the details. It shows you how you get some benefit here. So we've got a passive. When dealing damage to enemies under debuffs, clearly that's what we want to do in this fight. The hero's got a 30% chance of healing an ally with the lowest current HP. So we're keeping other people topped up and dispelling debuffs off of them. The more debuffs on the targets, the higher the healing. Very cool as a tank here. We've got his battle skill, which has got a nice radius on it for the map. Generates a healing nexus around the hero. If you kind of want to clump your team, healing allies in a range. And then we've got Voodoo Conjuration here. This is the ult. Again, nice range. Deals 600 or 600 plus attack, poison damage to enemies within range, and puts decreased attack out there. So we want the accuracy to put the decreased attack, the attack penalty, and then he's not really in there for damage. He's more in there for tanking it up, which is why he's got high health and stuff. So that's my throw buff here. We've then got the first rare in the squad. Barari here. He's got high enlightenment, good accuracy. He's got his crit capped with high crit damage. Very, very good rare as well. So when dealing damage to an enemy, each stack of poison on them allows the damage to ignore defense. So the more poison we've got, the more defense we're ignoring. We've got his battle skill here. Deals attack and poison damage to an enemy with a 75% chance of inflicting 2 stacks of poison. And then we've got the ult here. Again, decent range. Wields the pike to deal poison damage and attack to enemies within range with a chance of putting 3 stacks of poison. So we're just stacking up poison with him. I've then got my support here, Hexandra, actually the one you pick up right at the start of the game. Again, she's just kind of like in there, good accuracy, pretty good skill interval as well. Not using her enlightenment aura. Got a passive skill here. When healing allies with HP below 40%, we get a better heal. We've got a nice heal and a dispel on the A2 there. And then for the ult, we've got a nice heal as well. So just keeping the team fully topped up. We then get some of our damage. So Eli, he's bandaged one eye. Doesn't matter. He can still kick it out. Crit capped. Same sort of thing as we've just seen here on the last dude. When dealing damage to enemies under poison, deals additional damage. We get attack up for the second skill here, the battle skill, 5 seconds. Then shoots the crossbow. And it's got a chance to put the poison out there. And then the ult in this massive line, absolutely like KO in the line, shoots 3 waves of bolts in a direction, each dealing poison damage. This guy hits. Okay, we'll see the damage coming through in a minute. And then my last rare, so 4 rares, one of which was a free champion and 1 epic in this squad. Crit capped again. And this is, don't forget, this is all gear that they put on for you. I've not geared these champs as they are, right? So this is all pre-geared for me. Just thought it'd be a really accessible team for people. We've got here on the passive, every 3rd attack additionally does poison damage and a stack of poison. We've got more poison stacking going on the A2. And then the ult sprays poisonous mist to an area, dealing a whole bunch of damage, etc. So you can see all we're doing here is literally putting the clouds of poison out there with a bunch of rares. And we've got kind of nice healing and nice tankiness in the team as well. 2 lots of champs doing healing. We get the poison stacks going up. We also get the vulnerability going on because of the debuff. And then basically we're just kind of like spraying that everywhere. Look at the way we just absolutely nuked the Skelly Bobs down. We've got the attack penalty on as well. Don't forget, we're trying to get to 8 million damage. None of these rares or the epic have got any scrolls in them. Okay. And my psychic core is low. Right. So that's where I'm saying this is so accessible. All of these dudes are basically sitting on my account, level 1. They're sitting there waiting to go. This type of game mode, so cool because basically it's allowing you to use heroes from your roster that you might not ever use. Yeah. And you can just play around with different team comps to try and get a good amount of damage done. As I say, this is just an accessible team, which a lot of people will be able to, if you've played for a little while, you're going to have a bunch of rares that you can kind of pull from. So we're already kicking in 1.7 mil so far. You can see the damage graph here. So, I mean, yeah, 38% here, the rare boy at the top. Obviously, my 2 supports are at the bottom, but the rest of the 3 all really kicking in pretty similar levels of damage because they're all just stacking up that poison. But you can see we've already done over 2 mil damage now, 2.4 million. As I say, the target is to try and get to 8 million for the run. I don't know if we're going to get to 8 million with this kind of bunch of rares, but honestly, we're already sort of stacking up nice rewards. I don't know if I can see the rewards in here. I don't think I can. But I'll just let it play through. I guess I'll let it play through. I'll bring myself back in at the end and we can see what sort of damage we actually end up with. There you go. Over 4 million damage from the most basic team. So I've got up to the 3rd reward with the most basic team with no scrolls and a very, very small. And in fact, I'll show you my psychic core quickly. So you can see here, 5 chess pieces there. Beautiful. See my psychic core in terms of how developed it was in these areas. Yeah. So basically, my poison and lightning teams are getting no benefit right now. Like, this is something which I could definitely work on, but I was really wanting to build on my fire team, my burn squad. But you can see it's basically nothing. No, there's barely any development for that level. So there you go, guys. Really, really accessible team. I'm really enjoying this D&D collab and enjoying the ability to kind of play around with different heroes on my roster. If you want to get involved, don't forget you can download right now on my link down below, or you can use the QR code. Thanks again, Dragonheir, Silent Gods, for sponsoring the video, and I'll see you in the next one.